everyone and welcome. I'm Chef Jason Morse, and today in our kitchen we're working with Colorado potatoes. We have a versatile dish, a wonderful recipe utilizing ingredients you can find in your local grocery store. Our dish today is a twist on southern pulled pork. We're going to make a potato noodle, top it with some pulled pork, a little bit of slaw, and finally a little low country barbecue sauce. That's our recipe. Let's get started. So we've got our spiralizer. We put in our linguine blade so that we ensure we have a nice thin potato noodle. We're going to give this guy a turn here. We have a beautiful russet potato in there. And as we turn it, we produce these wonderful potato noodles that will become the twist on our southern pork dish. Now that we have our noodles in the bowl, we basically are going to cut them in half. And why we do that is to ensure we have a smaller noodle and a nicer cut to our linguine. So now that the noodles have been cut, we've trimmed them down to size, it's time to season them before we get ready to put them in the oven. So we're gonna drizzle a little bit of olive oil on here. We'll mix that up nice. And then we've got a great all-purpose seasoning here. Salt, pepper, paprika. We like to add a little bit of paprika to it. It helps bronze the potatoes and gives them a great color. These things smell great. We added a nice rub to it, a really good olive oil. We're going to put them onto a non-stick pan, and we want to spread them into a thin layer. The goal here is to have them get nice and crisp, nice and fast. We're going to go ahead and set our oven to convection, a temperature of 425. Now we'll pop these guys in the oven. We're looking at about a 15-minute bake. Again, we want them nice and golden brown, nice and crispy. This really forms the base of our pulled pork dish. So now that we've got our potatoes roasting in the oven, it's time to talk a little bit about our pork. Yesterday's barbecue yielded us a little bit of extra pulled pork. That's going to be the meat component on our dish. We're going to top it with one of my favorite components, the southern style slaw. Finally, we'll finish it with a little bit of barbecue sauce. Let's get to making that slaw. We're going to go ahead and add some of our slaw mix in here. We like the slaw that has some shredded carrots and cabbage added to it. We picked a great slaw dressing from the grocery store. You can add as much or as little slaw dressing as you want. Now that it's all set and ready to go, take our tongs and we mix it up. The great thing about this, let it sit for 30 minutes, 45 minutes. Really gives a chance for the cabbage to marinate and comes out with what I think is a much better slaw. Noodles are done. It's time to take them out of the oven. We got exactly what we were looking for. A really nice blend of soft noodles, a really nice blend of crispy noodles. All right, so we've got our potato noodles already set and ready to go. Our pulled pork is heated up. We have our slaw. I think it's time to assemble this dish. So what I like to do is grab my potatoes into almost a fun little nest. I'll set those guys right in the middle. Cool thing here, add as much or as little pork as you want. We're gonna go right on top like that. Then we'll take our slaw and add that on top. And for our final finish, a little bit of barbecue sauce over the top. And guess what? We just found a great new way to incorporate more potatoes into your dish, a way to use a little bit of your barbecue leftovers from the day before. Fun cooking with potatoes, that's a solid dish. All right, we've just completed our southern pork and potato noodle dish. And the nice thing about this is now that you've learned how to make potato noodles, let's fast forward and think about potato noodles and green chili. Let's think about potato noodles and beef stroganoff, potato noodles and ramen. The possibilities are limitless. Those potato noodles are a palette, and it's up to you to create your potato noodle masterpiece.